Hey guys, back here with another quick video. This time I'm going to talk about the Canon G1X Mark II. Now this is the successor to the original G1X, which came out a few years ago. In my previous video I compared it to the RX100 in terms of overall size. Now the G1X2 is basically what the G1X originally should have been. It's got a much faster processor, so the performance isn't as sluggish. It's got basically it's 13 effective megapixels with a 1.5 inch sensor in a pretty compact body, which is nice. It's the big claim to fame here. It's not as big as a digital SLR sensor. I'd say, 20% smaller. But much bigger than your average sensor found in your compact point and shoots, such as, like Canon, their own G series, like the G16 series. It's basically a little bit bigger than a Micro Four Thirds. In fact, I would say it's a large Micro Four Thirds camera, which is, nothing to sneeze at. It's still pretty good quality. The camera itself has a 24 to 120 f2.0 to 3.9 optically stabilized zoom lens, which is really nice. So as you can see, it sticks out like so. Not small, but not large either. It's a pretty good compromise. Mind you, it isn't a 1.5 inch sensor, so it's pretty nice. And what I like about this is that it has the integrated lens cap. So no lens cap to lose. Which is kind of nice. The other claim to fame would be the LCD screen. Now this is a tilting, so it tilts out like so. Oh, here, and you can do selfies. So you can see yourself there. Tilts down like so, if you want to shoot over a crowd. Yeah, let me show you from the side angle here. So you could look up over a crowd, or you could look down. So if you're shooting a low ground angle, also comes out. Now here I'd be a little bit careful about. Oops, sorry. So it's kind of hinged here. So be careful not to bust the hinge off. So collapses in like so. And it is touchscreen. I'll demonstrate that in a second. I think it's 1.03 million pixels. So it's pretty sweet. It's got a good sensor. A good display. The other claim to fame it's its dual ring controls on the front of the lens here. So it's got the inner ring is click, and the outer ring is smooth. So the inner ring, you could use it for shutter and aperture, and then the outer ring is for focus. It's pretty good. And it also has Wi-Fi with NFC. So basically you just take a smartphone that's NFC compatible, and you can tap it on the side of the camera and it'll launch the application and what have you. I'll demonstrate a lot of these features in some future videos. I'm just giving you an overall overview. I just got this today. Went out and took a couple of shots with it. I'm pretty pleased with it. And this version has which I was surprised about, it's got the grip here. I thought it was only available in Europe, but I am in the US and it did come with the grip, so it's kind of nice. Usually the grip doesn't come with it, it's an accessory that you just put on. Gives it a little extra bite, which is nice. Helps you not drop it so easily. It's got some cool features. It only takes 240 shots per charge, so I guess that would be the weak point in this camera. I mean, it's not a great battery conserving machine by any stretch of the imagination. It's a pretty small battery here. Let me show you. So you go on the bottom here. So here's the memory card slot. There's the battery. So yeah, if you plan on doing a lot of shooting with this thing, I would definitely buy an extra battery. They're about, what, 50 bucks for an OEM battery? Not cheap, but not bad, I guess. Alright, let's see if I can show you some images I shot with this. Shut off the light here. There we go, let's see. Nice thing about this very angled screen. So as you can see, cycle through the images. And it is touchscreen, so you can pinch and zoom and scroll around, just like an iPhone interface. Double tap brings you back. And you can cycle through your images as well. And if you want to zoom in, and just pan and zoom around here. Yeah, it's pretty slick. Choose the image. I don't know how well it's showing up on the screen here. Let's see. See, that might be a little bit better. Yeah, so you can see some of the images I shot today. And it does video. It does basic full HD 1080, 1920, 1280 by 720 HD, and then 640 by 480, which is standard definition at 30p. So it doesn't give you a lot of movie functions, but it gives you some. And here you can, I have it muted so you don't hear the sound on here. Let's see what else. Not sure how well the menu is going to show up on here. Let's give it a try. So here, various options there. I usually like aperture priority. And you have the menu options. This is cool, touch shutter, so if I have that on, you just tap the screen, it'll take a picture. Here, let's try it. There, just took a picture there. I turned the shutter sound off, but you can turn that back on, so that's kind of cool. Okay. So yeah. Touch shutter, auto focus beam, I turn that off. ISO sensitivity is decent, I guess. This is kind of cool. It's got a night display. So I guess if you don't want to ruin your night vision. Just quickly going back up the menu. Yeah, so I have it mute on, so if I unmute it, you can hear all the sounds here. Let's see, go back, so we can hear the shutter. There you go, yep. Yeah, it does shoot in the MPEG-4, the H.264 codec, I guess. The, let's see, yeah. Yeah, the Wi-Fi settings. So in the shooting mode, you can also pull up the contextual menu here. You can do RAW plus JPEG, of course. And then set the auto white balance for now. And these are just some of the pictures I just took, you can see. But this touchscreen is pretty cool. I do like it a lot. Now the 1.5-inch sensor has a pretty good dynamic range. It's a little bit better than the RX100. It's a 1-inch sensor, but that also holds its own as well. Like I said, you can just pinch and zoom and then pan around the scene. So yeah, guys, I'll take more images with this camera. Turn the lights back on here so you can see what's going on. So yeah, all in all, I'm pretty happy with the camera. It fits in your coat pocket, not necessarily comfortably in your pants pocket, but what do you expect in this size camera? I'd say this is a good alternative to a digital SLR setup if you're just walking around, or even a travel camera.